Hey there, adventurers and off-road enthusiasts. Welcome back to Wheels 4 Drive, your ultimate destination for all things automotive. Whether you're revving up your engine for the next big adventure or just love staying in the know about the latest SUV innovations, you're in the right place. Today, we've got something truly exciting lined up for you. We're diving deep into the 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser and the 2024 Lexus GX, two giants that are fresh off a complete redesign, more rugged and boxy than ever before. But here's the big question, are they really that different? What makes one stand out over the other? Well, stick around because we're about to find out in this in-depth side-by-side comparison. Let's kick things into gear, shall we? Now, when you think of the Land Cruiser and the Lexus GX, what comes to mind? Maybe you picture epic off-road trails, luxurious interiors, or that iconic boxy silhouette. But how much do these two really have in common? And more importantly, what sets them apart? Well, if you're asking yourself that, you're not alone. Let's break it down. Starting with the basics, these two share some pretty significant similarities. Both are built on Toyota's TNGA-F platform, a body-on-frame construction that screams durability and off-road capability. But before you start thinking they're basically the same vehicle with different badges, hold on, there's a lot more beneath the surface. Let's start with what's under the hood. The 2024 Toyota Land Cruiser is now a hybrid. Surprised? Yeah, we were too. Toyota equipped it with a 2.4-liter turbocharged inline-4, and here's where it gets interesting. It's paired with an electric motor that boosts total power output to 326 horsepower and 465 pound-feet of torque. Full-time four-wheel drive, of course. And it's all managed by an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now, you might be thinking, okay, that sounds pretty impressive, but what about the Lexus GX? Well, Lexus isn't holding back either. The GX packs a 3.4-liter twin turbocharged V6 engine that churns out an even more muscular 349 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. That's right, more power. And just like the Land Cruiser, it's equipped with four-wheel drive, but here's a twist. It gets a 10-speed automatic transmission, giving it a smoother power delivery, especially when you're towing heavy loads. Speaking of which, the GX can tow up to 8,000 pounds compared to the Land Cruiser's 6,000 pounds. So here's a question for you. Do you value more towing power, or is the hybrid fuel efficiency of the Land Cruiser more important? And speaking of towing, how much are you planning to haul? Are you someone who needs that extra 2,000 pounds of capacity? Or would you trade that for better fuel economy? Because let's not forget, the GX's bigger engine comes at a cost. It's rated at just 17 miles per gallon combined, whereas the Land Cruiser delivers a much more economical 23 miles per gallon. That's quite the trade-off, right? So which one fits your lifestyle better? A bit more muscle or a bit more miles per gallon? But hey, we know these SUVs aren't just about on-road performance. What's really exciting about these two is their off-road capability. Ready to hit the trail, the Land Cruiser comes loaded with off-road tech, including a locking rear differential, hill descent control, and Toyota's multi-terrain select system. Plus, those 18-inch wheels wrapped in 30-inch tires, perfect for tackling the roughest terrains. And if you opt for the higher-end trims, you'll get additional features like a disconnecting front stabilizer bar, trail cameras, and more. So nothing stands in your way, not even giant boulders. Now, what about the Lexus GX? Well, it's not far behind. The overtrail trim of the GX really brings the heat with its off-road prowess. You get a Torsen limited slip center differential, terrain-specific driving modes, and an interlinked hydraulic suspension system that helps the GX adapt to the harshest conditions. Oh, and don't forget about the locking rear differential and 33-inch tires on those 18-inch wheels. These features make sure the GX can handle whatever the trail throws at it. So here's another question for you. Which off-roader do you think will handle better on your next adventure? The Land Cruiser or the GX? Alright, so we've talked about engines and off-road tech, but what about size? How big are these beasts? The Land Cruiser measures 193.7 inches long, with a wheelbase of 112.2 inches. It's 84.2 inches wide at the mirrors and stands 73.2 inches tall. That's pretty sizable, right? The GX, on the other hand, is expected to be just as large. Lexus has only released the height numbers so far, 75.4 inches for the luxury trims, 76.2 inches for the overtrail trims. So yeah, these two are pretty close in size, but we'll have to wait for more info on the GX's full dimensions. But again, does size really matter when it comes to choosing between these two?